What if the heroes of America's space race were women whose stories had been hidden? That's the premise of Hidden Figures, Young Readers Edition, Margot Lee Shetterly's adaptation of her acclaimed nonfiction book. In audiobook form, the inspiration, history, and triumphs are magnified, immersing listeners in the lives of African-American women mathematicians at NASA. The story begins in the 1940s and 1950s, when segregation and discrimination limited opportunities for Black women. Yet at Langley Research Center, a group of brilliant mathematicians, later called human computers, were hired to perform complex calculations. The audiobook captures their determination, making listeners connect with their courage and resilience. Among the most notable figures are Dorothy Vaughan, who became a leader and expert in programming; Mary Jackson, who fought to become NASA's first Black female engineer; and Katherine Johnson, whose calculations were critical to John Glenn's orbital flight. The audiobook emphasizes the suspense of their contributions, weaving beams of perseverance, equality, and innovation. Despite facing racism and sexism, these women proved indispensable to America's progress in aeronautics and space exploration. Their work helped launch rockets, guide astronauts, and ensure the success of missions during the Cold War and the space race. The audiobook conveys the emotional weight of their struggles, balancing historical detail with accessible storytelling for younger audiences. The climax builds with John Glenn's historic flight in 1962. Glenn insisted that Katherine Johnson personally verify the trajectory calculations before he would fly, a moment that underscored her brilliance and the trust she had earned. The audiobook delivers this turning point with intensity, underscoring themes of recognition, trust, and achievement. The resolution leaves listeners inspired. These women's legacies remind us that intelligence, determination, and courage can break barriers. Their contributions paved the way for future generations of women and minorities in STEM. At its core, Hidden Figures, Young Readers Edition, is about courage, equality, and the power of knowledge. Margot Lee Shetterly blends history with storytelling, reminding us that heroes can be found in classrooms, laboratories, and behind the scenes. This audiobook isn't just history, it's a celebration of pioneers who changed the world.